I'm still waiting for a real challenge!
Well, I still can.
Must stay sharp.
Come to this.
The enemy officer has been
Things
defeated.
are going my way today. Maybe next time.
We're finally through. Now let's go, so that we may continue on our path.
Okay, we're winning. Keep up the pace.
What is this fog? There's something strange about it.
No, I cannot let Liu Bei go after all. Allowing him to pass would be too great a risk.
I have lost sight of the path, and of all my comrades. Is this some sort of magic?
So you've come, Zuluan. You mean to protect Liu Bei to the very end, it would seem. Then, better ready yourself. You'd best be prepared to fight. Better ready is our destiny as guardians of peace! Better ready yourself. That man has even compelled helpless citizens into battle. What can you call this but the worst kind of violence? Despite this, you would protect him? Does your bond with him truly serve as reason enough? What will your path lead to? You are like a puppet, wielding your force for another man's ambitions. How is that different from the Guardians of Peace we hated so much? How is Liu Bei any different from the ones who took everything from us?
This fog. It reminds me of the Yellow Turbans. You're up!
Why don't you remember? How can you? Do you mean to kill me, Zuluan? It would be a fitting end. But as long as these heroes exist in the world, there will always be someone like me who opposes them. You fool. Heroes who dub their greed conviction and endanger the lives of the defenseless. I will never allow them to do as they wish, for it is our duty to achieve peace in this realm. And if you choose to protect Liu Bei, then this is where our paths diverge. However, I do not yet have the strength to defeat Liu Bei. If you won't kill me here, then my only choice is to flee for now. Do you remember the words Juha uttered before her death? Do they still echo in your soul? Live and create the world we dreamed of. If you really think Liu Bei is a true hero that we can trust to bring our dreams to fruition, then do what you must to make me believe it. But the moment he strays from that path and is deemed unworthy of our trust, the Guardians of Peace will bring him to ruin, no matter how long it takes. Never forget that. Farewell, Zuluan. May we one day fly together.
Those who have been long divided must unite, while those who have been long united must diverge. Thus has it always been for empires and their people alike. Guardian of Peace, the time has come to part ways. One will champion heroes, striving to bring peace to the world. The other will lurk in the shadows, keeping the heroes true to their path. That is the new way of the Guardians of Peace. And thus shall our purpose be fulfilled. This is the last time I appear before you. Well, it is said that the founders of our order were mystical beings, that they had the faces of children, with hair as white as snow, and eyes as blue as the surface of a frozen lake, and that no number of years could ever age them. Zuluan, you must go now. Let your eyes guide you along your true path, and carry all that has been entrusted to you.
The fog has lifted. It seems that everyone is safe. It is time to move on. We shall head downstream towards Jiangxia. There, we will start again. Together.
So, Liu Bei has gotten away. And we still have a major problem, even if we have control of Jing.
It looks like they're off our tail. Though, given what we've lost, it's hard to feel much joy.
Brother. Lord Liu Bei, please do not be disheartened. For we've never had the luxury of time to lament. It is true that we've lost much. But, because of that, you have gained something much greater, my lord. Precisely so. We will be attempting to put the Longzong plan into action. If it succeeds, your strength will grow to rival that of Cao Cao and Sun Quan. Cao Cao will most likely continue his southward advance. In order to stop him, we must ally with Wu, who also opposes him.
Hold on. You say we're to ally with Wu, but will they be willing to take on Cao Cao?
Judging from what I hear of Wu, they would be likely to prioritize peace within their borders and among their own people. If they are hesitant to fight and opt to surrender, would that not cause everything to fall apart?
Indeed. And I do not intend to drag Lord Liu Biao, nor Lord Sun Quan, into a conflict. Even more so if they are unwilling to go to war.
I am fairly certain that, like us, those in Wu do not wish to see Jing fall into Cao Cao's hands. They must know that he will be their enemy eventually. It may take time for them to decide, but I expect they will stand up and fight. But for now, let us reorganize our forces in Jiangxia. That is the first step.
Ah, it's you. Sorry, but Lord Zhuge Liang is away, and he won't be returning for a while. Just a little earlier, a man named Lu Su from Wu paid him a visit. He had been looking for a way of securing an alliance with our lord in order to oppose Cao Cao. Although Wu is powerful in its own right, Cao Cao's faction far outstrips them, and having us as allies makes little difference. Given the enormous gap in strength, many within Wu are advocating for surrender. However, if Lord Zhuge Liang's bold plan is to succeed, it is essential for the alliance to come to fruition. As such, Lord Zhuge Liang proposed that he himself would act as an envoy to Wu. I don't know. All I can say is that when I saw him go, I sensed a kind of aura from him, both fierce and resolute. If anyone is capable of stirring Wu's military into action, it's him. Now we must trust in our strategist and wait.
I know a couple people who went with Lord Liu Bei. Hard times ahead for them, it seems.
Someone said a massive army is on its way to Jiangsha.
It was a long journey to get here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's another war. And a big one this time, too.
All units, forward! Follow me! Liu Bei! Forward march! Let's give it to me! Okay! Forward! Can any of you keep up with me?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Would you look at this blowhard? I'll smash you down to size.
Move forward!
This looks like a good spot to stay put.
Have you here is all I need.
The enemy officer
I'm counting on you.
has been defeated.
Now and beyond. We mustn't get ahead of the pack. We shall hold off here.
Got this!
Take this! This is the place.
The enemy officer
All units,
has been defeated.
commence the charge. The time has come. Everyone, get ready!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Advance! Stick close to me, now! We're joining our allies. Concentrate our forces.
Arms at the ready. It's time to work together.
Push back! Give me a break. Well, this means we've got a fair fight on our hands now.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Nothing good comes from rushing. Shall we make a stop here?
With a solid stratagem, I challenge you to battle!
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
You've come at the right time. Can you lend a hand here?
This appears to be as far as we come.
It is thorny, but walking we shall.
Damn this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over, you hear? You've done very well. It's good to know I can count on you.
Thank you for coming. Since the bond between has strengthened. Take this!
I'll end this!
Take this! Take this!
Where did I go wrong? Tails doesn't look too good.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might.
Good eye.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
So you've come. Sorry, but your help is needed here.
Take this! Turn the table! All my might! Take this!
Officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's get serious.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Got this. Spirit. How about this? Do this. Take that. All my might. Might. See it. Take this.
The enemy officer
Neither my heart nor
has
my
been defeated.
spear have broken. We shall meet again!
That one would put up a good fight for sure. I'm gonna go see for myself.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Get ready for a bloodbath, you lot! Counting on you.
There's no way you can catch up, so don't bother chasing.
Coming at you! Good eye.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Table The enemy officer has been defeated.
We seem to have gained the upper hand. The tide is turning in our favor.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I won't forget this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Let's get serious. Take this!
officer
I know now how
has been
ill-prepared I
defeated.
was. I will retreat.
I have slain the enemy officer!
Feel my steel! Hold strong! Let's go!
I'm sorry. I'm going to withdraw.
Time to act. Let's end this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I must retreat.
We will fight for you.
Let's go!
Time for a good old fight. Get ready.
That path is thorny, but walk it we shall.
Got you. Feel better. I will break you. Time to act.
No matter how you slice it.
All my might. All my might.
To have you here is all I need. I am counting on you, now and beyond.
With all my might. I see it.
I can go no further.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We will fight for you. This victory belongs to all of us.
Getting Lord Liu Bei to help us escape was the right choice.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You did an impressive job protecting my brother in such dire circumstances. Allow me to express my thanks once again. You have done far more than that. We could hardly have made it this far without you on our side. Lord Lu Qi, the ruler of Chengsha, and an acquaintance of Lord Zhuge Liang, has promised to lend us his aid. But as I'm sure you know, Cao Cao's forces will neither bend nor break so easily. The many talented officers under his banner will no doubt demonstrate their might and their cunning on the battlefield. To call them the strongest army in the realm would be no exaggeration. Our brother faces no greater threat than this. However, we have no choice but to overcome them. Brother now has an ambition to fulfill, and people to protect. All that remains is to make his dream a reality.
The city here in Jiangsha.
I have to say, Cao Cao's persistence is becoming a real pain. The situation was uncertain for a while, but thanks to you, we made it to Jiangsha in one piece. As if a rabble like that could ever be a match for us. We were outnumbered, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. Definitely not compared to the battles brother has awaiting him. I can barely even imagine how much work it's gonna take to build his ideal world. A place where everyone can live as they wish. I ain't nearly as cunning as Zhuge Liang, but if he points my blade in the right direction, that's where I'll swing. You know, I've thought it over often enough, but in the end, fighting's about all I can bring to the table. Anyway, if brother's gonna be taking on overwhelming odds, I guess I'll just have to use my overwhelming might to clear a path for him. Well, that may be what I always do, but having a clear goal in mind takes some of the weight off of my shoulders for some reason. I don't really like the way Zhuge Liang talks, but I guess I ought to give credit where credit is due.
That man who came by recently, Liu Bei, he was an interesting character.
It pains me to admit it, but I was in over my head. My desire to lead the people to freedom led to some losing their lives. Even so, I just had to try. The people of Jing wanted me to lead them. Needed me to. If I had left them behind, I could never again have spoken of my ideal for a world in which all can live as they wish. My chagrin is undeniable, and yet, abandoning my ambitions would be even more unbearable. That would be the same as abandoning myself, the man who is loved by his people. Our troubles have yet to pass. We may face further sacrifice if we are to rout Cao Cao. Yet, I shall fight to the very end and fulfill my aspirations. For the sake of those who are devoted to me. I suppose that sounds like something Lord Cao Cao would say. Perhaps it is only now that I bear the weight of these lives on my shoulders that I am able to stand shoulder to shoulder with such a giant. At any rate, let us wait for Zhuge Liang. I trust that his return shall herald an alliance with Wu.
We have returned.
Oh, greetings, my friends. How went negotiations?
the fleet commanded by Wu's General Zhou Yu awaits at Fan Ko, ready for battle. Before long, they shall take up arms against Cao Cao's advance force.
Then that means...
Indeed, Lord Xuan Chuan has decided to join hands with Lord Liu Bei in his fight against Cao Cao.
Well, auspicious news indeed. You have my sincere thanks, Lord Lu Su.
I fear that without Zhuge Liang's tenacity, Wu may have long since chosen surrender.
Tenacity, you say?
I suppose it was necessary to draw those advocating surrender into a debate. He acted as quite the villain, to put it lightly.
No need to hold back. I'm sure he wasn't acting. After all, he's always had a disagreeable personality.
We're in front of the man himself. Allow me to keep my opinions to myself.
Even if we secured an alliance with Wu, the fact remains that our forces are scarce in number. That Lord Sun Quan decided to fight with us means he must have seen some chance of winning. And what is this path to victory that you have envisaged?
To compensate for our numerical disadvantage, we will intercept the enemy on the river. After discussions with Lord Zhou Yu, we decided the battle would take place at Chibi, in Jing. There, we will rendezvous with Wu's navy.
So, we're taking the fight to the water. Perhaps that may offer some chance of winning.
Most of Cao Cao's men were raised north of the Central Plains. To speak plainly, they are inexperienced when it comes to naval combat. The people of Wu, conversely, were practically born with their sea legs. No doubt this will offer a huge advantage in the fighting ahead.
Still, this is Cao Cao we're facing. Surely he will attack with enough numbers to cancel out that advantage. Yet, on the water, such caution will only work against him.
That massive fleet, tired from the long journey, will be disorganized. Fatigue will lower morale, and the Yangtze will hamper their maneuvers. The enemy won't be able to deploy quickly, which will effectively immobilize them.
And when that happens, we shall set them ablaze. Thus shall Cao Cao's forces lose any hope of fleeing and sink into the Yangtze.
Amazing. Do you truly think we could pull off such a feat?
This is no time for conjecture, my lord. We simply must. Our lives depend on it.
Lord Lu Su. Yes, yes. It is as you say. All the more reason for us to hurry to the rendezvous. To Chibi, with all speed.
A moment, Pang Tong. I wish to speak with you.
Well, well. So you're the one to call on me this time, Zhuge Liang. I distinctly expressed that I've no intention of putting my neck on the line. Or have you forgotten?
Even for me, the very idea of dragging a dear friend into battle pains me to no end.
All the more reason to leave then, don't you think? I have no desire to ally with Wu or any of you.
Are you sure about that? Cao Cao is constantly seeking talented individuals. He may already have his sights set on you. If Jing falls into his grasp, your days of peace are over. You'd be forced into a life of vagabonding or supplication to Cao Cao.
Is that a threat? Sorry, but that won't work on me. The capture of Jing is well within my calculations.
I see. Then you leave me no choice. I didn't want to have to use this last resort, but here we are.
Last resort? Well, I'll be damned. So they've got you doing their dirty work for them, have they?
You're close with him, are you not? Perhaps you could put in a good word for us?
I almost feel guilty for causing you to be dragged out here. Oh, if it were anyone but you. I don't think I could ever bring myself to refuse if it meant damaging your reputation. You're as insidious as ever, Zhuge Liang. Fine, fine. Just this once.
Your support is most appreciated, Pang Tong.
Just remember that I will support you as I see fit, and at my discretion. Still, I don't mean to cause you any trouble. Don't you worry about that.
I know it is late in the night, but I have something urgent to discuss with you. Yes, there is a task that I wish to entrust to you. A highly significant one at that. The plan I shared with Lord Liu Bei, setting fire to Cao Cao's ships. Such a strategy is no assured victory. There is one major hole in the plan. Cao Cao's forces will march southward, and thus, they will naturally take up camp to our north. This time of year, the winds of the Yangtze River Basin blow from the west and the north. But if we simply set Cao Cao's ships ablaze, the northern wind will scatter the flames, preventing them from spreading to the entire fleet. Cao Cao knows this very well, and likely intends to take up position to the north. Oh no, the plan shall surely succeed. As long as we have your power. The power to read the wind. Perhaps due to the climate or terrain, a southern wind sometimes blows down from the cliffs of Chibi at night. I need you to sense that change coming and give the signal to loose our flames. You have my thanks. In order for our fire attack to succeed, we must exploit all means at our disposal. This is a vital task I could entrust to no other. Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but we're counting on that power of yours. Victory or defeat is in your hands.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They say Lord Liu Bei is risking it all in this next battle. He'll win. I just know it.
Being able to fight alongside famous officers and generals, it's truly an honor.
Do you think this deployment is daring enough to defeat Cao Cao's divisions?
Of course. And once he's down for the count, our conquest will be confirmed in due course.